Nabila Sharudin. My message number is 259085. Today, I want to present about the introduction of the United Arab Emirates. Let's begin. The United Arab Emirates, the UAE or the Emirates, is a nation on the east coast of the Persian Gulf and the southeast coast of the Gulf of Oman, situated in eastern part of the Arabian Peninsula. The UAE is comprised of 7 emirates and was established as a federation on 2nd December 1971. 6 of 7 emirates united on that date, which are Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Al-Qawain, and Fujairah. Meanwhile, on 10th February 1972, the 70 Emirates, Ras Al Khaimah, joined the federation in reference to the treaty connection developed with the British in the 19th century. The 7 sectors were formerly known as the Trucial States.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Nurdiana Najwa binti Abdul Rasid. Metric card number is 263842. Now I want to continue my part, which is heritage sites or elements that exist within the destination of United Arab Emirates. First is Al-Bidya Mosque. As in Al-Bidya Mosque, the heritage sites or elements that exist is the small, which is the square structure of an area with 570 square feet and was built from materials available in this area. The roof has 4 squared helical domes, is supported by one centrally placed pillar that also forms the ceilings. Entrance to the mosque is through double-wing wooden doors. Primarily stones of various sizes and mud bricks coated in many layers of whitewash plaster. The prayer hall in Al-Bidya Mosque has a small mihrab, which is the niche and the wall that indicates the direction of Mecca. Inside the prayer hall, a number of small decorative windows allows light and air into the mosque. There are also the cube-shaped spaces carved into the thick walls where copies of Al-Quran and also the other books. Second is Khor Dubai. As in Khor Dubai, it is one place at Bur Dubai has a waterfront source. It has mostly preserved with ancient skyline characterized by the distinctive wine towers of Bastakia neighborhood, which is protected by its own government. Besides Bastakia, the historic core of Dubai counts a number of historic buildings along and nearby the creek. Among them, the Fahidi Fort is restored and transformed into a modern museum. The schools and mosques throughout the quarter of Deira and the reconstructed houses in the neighborhood of Shindagha. The animated alleys might still be found the shops bearing the names of ancient merchants, families from the Emirates and neighborhood countries that contributed to the development of modern Dubai. Gold, silk, spice trade, and cover souk sources is one of the traditional houses with their unique wine towers, which is bargels, and wooden boats constitute a unique urban environment further enhanced by the presence of the creek. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Faisal Mi and my message number is 264348 and I would like to interpret the heritage site of Al-Bidya. Once upon a time back in 1446, there was a new mosque in development in the remote village far east coast emirate of Fujairah. Not knowing the number of them, some mysterious people arrived at the beautiful village named Al-Bidya. They were faithful worshippers and good people. They noticed there were no mosques around the area, so they decided to build one and spend their time worshipping their Almighty God. Without current technology, the mosque was made entirely of mud and stone. It was built into the hillside between the Gulf and the Hajar Mountains. Do you know why Al-Bidya Mosque is very special? It is because the design of the mosque is not like other mosques and extremely unique. The mosque has fewer domes than other mosques. 4 layer domes and a central pillar at each dome to support the mosque structure. Until now, Who actually built the mosque is remain a mystery, but for sure many people thanking them. However, it also can be only one person who actually built the mosque. Next, the interpretation of heritage sites, Cordoba. Cordoba is one of the most beautiful places in Dubai and also has a quite magnificent history. In the 19th century, Bani Yas tribe traveled to find a beautiful and harmonious place to start a new life. To create a new life, they must find a rich resource and a strategic location for trading and build a new town. Fate brings them to Cordoba, also known as Dubai Creek. The famous Al Maktoum dynasty began from this place. In the early 20th century, the creek could not sustain a large-scale shipping, but was a minor port for shows from India and East Africa that facilitated trade between those regions. It was the only harbour in the city to be used as a safe harbour for trade with other Arabian Gulf ports during that time. Many timelines shows the greatness of trade history at Dubai Creek. Many years have passed from one leader to another great leader, bringing good fortune to the Al Maktoum dynasty. In the 1902 agreed rule of Dubai, Sheikh Maktoum bin Hashir abolished all custom import duties to establish freedom of trade region in particular. Dubai has been the largest trade center and based mostly around the river in the United Arab Emirates. That's all for the interpretation of the heritage sites. Thank you.
So now my part is to explain about the conversation strategy, issue and challenges for Cordoba and Al-Bidia Mosque. The first is Cordoba. The President of United Arab Emirates, Said Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, has issued a law on the culture heritage at the country. The main factor of the law is to protecting the culture heritage at the country. Not only that, the bill of the law is to managing, preserving, revealing and promoting the culture heritage at the country. They also take this method to stipulate the enforcement on the cultural heritage at the country. The United Arab Emirates also put the priority and give the targeted importance to attain the highest level of protecting the architecture heritage as the valuable for the country. Next, we move for the conversation strategy, issue and challenge for the Cordoba. The integrity and element of the Cordoba are guaranteed by local legal, which is for the protection of monument, and it also monitored by Architecture Heritage Department of the Municipality of Dubai. The Architecture Heritage Department also protecting the physical construction of the city. Not only that, it also actively protecting traditional building technique and material. Besides that, the historical building and urban sector also preserved and restored by the authority parties to maintain the existence the culture of heritage at the country.
Tourism marketing of the destination. First destination is Al-Bidia Mosque. Al-Bidia is uniquely constructed, particularly since it has fewer domes than other mosques. Modestly dressed tourists may visit this place or worship. Since it's mosque, most tourists that has visited this place is tourists that can perform daily prayers. Since the Al-Bidia Mosque features, it can still establish prayers there. The local area also includes the old watchtowers, the ruins of buildings, and the market stall where crafts are currently sold. This place is dotted with local flora which influence tourists to come visit. The second destination is Cordoba, or we call as Dubai Creek. Dubai Creek is the famous place for tourists. in the United Arab Emirates. Among the famous attractions and promotions that attract tourists to visit Dubai Creek is the dinner cruise. Tourists can enjoy the night view the beauty of this iconic city during dinner on the cruise. As the cruise starts to sail over the waters of Dubai Creek, there are countless sightseeing possibilities for tourists to enjoy. Some of them are the traditional spice and gold soap, Heritage Village, Dubai National Bank, the Grand Mosque, and the Rolex Twin Towers. The second is street shows, have been one of the famous attractions since decades. For the real enjoyment of all visitors and tourists, many live shows, music plays, and fireworks displays has been arranged in the Dubai Creek.
In conclusion, United Arab Emirates have variety of magnificent places to visit, especially to learn about their culture and heritage. Besides heritage and culture, UAE also known well because of their delicious cuisines such as shawarma and lamb grill. The United Arab Emirates should be open more tourist destinations in that particular country to attract more tourists to come to visit their country. But there are a few standard operation procedures should be added due to COVID-19 outbreak since early 2020. With a safety health procedure, tourists will do their tourism activities and traveling with minimum risk of COVID-19 infections.